As you all may have guessed, I don't like O'Shea Duke Jackson, and let me tell you why. I'll give you one reason at least today. First of all, hello, hello, hello. This is Samuel. Thank you for viewing. Uh, if you have a chance, go to the description box and take a check of my website. Let's get into the video. Got a lot of stuff to do today. So you have to remember certain people can't play dumb. Let's start with that. Some people can't play dumb. If you're like so smart and people know you're smart, then you can't play dumb. So Dr. O'Shea Duke Jackson went to medical school in a foreign country while running a very successful YouTube channel. All right. So this is a man who traveled to another country, Poland, a non-English speaking country, went to medical school there while running a YouTube channel, a successful YouTube channel. So that's not a guy that can play dumb. All right. That's not a guy where you can just say, that's just O'Shea, or, he don't know what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. The guy is very cunning. And he has an agenda, but he's more careful in hiding it behind his celebrity junk, his gossip news. You see that he has an agenda. He has a philosophy that he wants to push, but he's hiding it in the discussion of celebrities. Okay, he has admitted that he's a Republican, and that's his business. Okay, that he's a conservative, that is his business. But he has been careful to not be lumped with the other kind of online black conservatives. The Amazing Lucas, Officer Tatum. What's those weightlifting guys, the twins? They changed their channel name to Conservative Twins, right? All right. He doesn't want to be lumped to that because for many of us, if we see those guys, immediately we'll start analyzing their content. Okay, this is probably propaganda. Let's kind of scrutinize it. But he does the same. He pushes the same point of view, the viewpoint, hiding it behind this kind of celebrity junk news, etc. Are you getting me? All right. So you need to, when you watch him and when he started doing commentary, this is different from him just reporting on this celebrity acting a fool. But then he started doing this commentary, and then he brings into kind of a social discussion. You got to remember, he's over there with the Amazing Lucas, the Conservative Twins, Officer Tatum. You just have to see him like that. All right. He's very cunning. All right. He's very cunning. He has apparently resigned from the manosphere. Why? Because there's too much heat in the manosphere. This is the same guy who warned when the black manosphere was being profiled in a mainstream magazine, said, you know what, you guys maybe shouldn't have even accepted the interview. He has spoken at least once where he's like, you know what, I'm really, this is my friend Kevin Samuels, but I'm not so sure about the call-in show. You understand? So this is a man who believes in kind of hiding what you intend to do. All right. And so he flies under the radar. We all enjoy his celebrity junk, but when he started doing social commentary, you got to realize he's over there with the Amazing Lucas. Okay. He's those people. All right. Although he takes pain to hide it. So he just did a video discussing Sha'Carri Richardson, as you know, the runner who's been having problems of late. She was banned from the Olympics, and apparently she broke up with, she was discussing a breakup with her Jamaican girlfriend, whatever. And so he reported on that, and he discussed how she needs to stop whining and feeling sorry for herself and focus on winning games. Okay, that's a good critique, right? Don't feel sorry for yourself. Focus on winning, getting back to winning. Stop whining all the time. But then he wanted to bring in the social commentary. So this is, okay. Now this is the time where you say, okay, this is the Amazing Lucas part. This is the Candace Owen part. Okay, this is conservative twins. This is how you should do with Dr. O'Shea. Okay, he's going to talk about the community. You know, all right. And he's like, you know what? We're whining too much. We're whining too much. And these other immigrants, they come in and you see them successful, and you see them, even people are with our same color being successful. Okay, and what's with us? Okay. What he just said is called the model minority myth. The model minority myth. If you Google model minority, it's going to come up model minority myth. Why? Because it's a myth. It's been debunked, my friends. It's been debunked. You know what's not a myth? Brain drain, which means, leaving aside countries that are close where you can almost walk to the United States, leaving aside those countries, some of these closer Latin American countries, the countries on the way on the other side of the world where you have to come in through an airport normally. A large proportion of those people get here through brain drain, which means the United States is draining the brightest, the ones with the most money, the ones with the most education over here. Okay? It's called brain drain. So this good doctor should know that you can't compare 45 million African Americans, or let's just use the word Black Americans for now, with, say, 2 million Nigerian Americans, or 1 million, what is it, like 3 million continentals? It's about 3 million continentals, because they're not the same. That population has been brain drained from Africa, meaning there's a larger proportion of people with money. There's a lot of proportion of people with advanced education degrees. There's a larger proportion of people that have superior networks than just your average Black American on the street. So if you see two guys and they're driving Uber, there's one of our guys, Black American guy, and then there's a Nigerian American guy, right? He just reached the country and he's driving, right? And you go back and look 10 years and you see this Nigerian American or this continental far more advanced, he's like, and yet the brother from here still driving for Uber. And he was like, okay, what happened to you? This guy just reached here and you all was driving Uber at the same time. Now look at him. He's a college professor. Listen, Dr. O'Shea, you dumb. He was probably a college professor in Africa. I mean, there's all you need to do is just Google. Type in model minority myth. Okay, so this is a racist talking point that's been used to embarrass Black Americans for years, normally in relation to the Asian Americans. Okay. But even that, they've studied that. This is the 90s when they went through and they started profiling the Korean Americans. These Korean Americans in the hood selling wigs. They found out that most of them had college degrees. They found out that most of them had connections to manufacturing plants in Korea. So they were able to pick up the phone and get wigs and all types of beauty supplies direct. What networks do we have? All our networks that we tried to build were burned to the ground. Hello, Tulsa, right? Wall Street, Black Wall Street. All right. So why I dislike O'Shea? Because He is this fake. He is this artificial guy behind his little cartoons and his celebrity junk, but he's the same. And that's how you have to read it. You enjoy him up to a point, but once he start opening his mouth about social commentary, know what he's doing. Know what he's doing. He's full of it. All right. So this doctor, you'll find two black girls, right? And they're both complaining of similar problems. Same age, right? He's just gonna just prescribe both of them. He's not gonna check background. Okay. He's not gonna check any background. Let me give you a real world example of this. Some of you may know I lived for almost 10 years in Cameroon. My wife is from there. Okay. I lived in a village right outside Bamenda. That's the name. Bamenda is a major city. It's the major English-speaking city in Cameroon. Bamenda. I lived in the village right outside where I had a farm. So I would go in to Bamenda regularly, and I hang out with friends. A lot of those friends lived in this area called Funcher Street. This was a neighborhood called Funcher Street. Funcher Street is like in Atlanta. I keep hearing about Buckhead. Here in Chicago, I guess it will be like maybe the West Loop or someplace like that, where the people with money, people with money kind of live. People very educated, people with money. You understand? So Funchal Street is where the elite, a lot of the English speaking elite in Cameroon live. Funchal Street. So the crisis, this is now like pretty much a civil war. It kind of really blew up 2000, maybe 17, 2018. So we're at 1, 2, fourth year, maybe about four or five, about 4 years of what is now pretty much a civil war. Where are the Funchal Street people? Where's my friends? Are they still in Cameroon? Are they still in Cameroon? My friends from that area, that Funchal Street area, they're here. My whole crew, my whole crew, the crew with like multiple degrees, the crew that had farms and businesses, their whole crew, they're here in the United States. If I want to visit my group of friends from Funchal Street, I just need to get a ticket from here, Chicago, to the East Coast. There's a lot of them in like Maryland area. Few down in Texas, but mostly Maryland. I don't need to go to Cameroon. That entire neighborhood just transferred to the United States. Is it fair, Dr. O'Shea, to compare the Funchal Street people to your average Black American guy? Those Funchal Street people right now, they're doing Uber. They're doing kind of manual stuff, right? They just got here. But these people have situations where if they see a business that they need to buy, they can call back to Africa and tell their people still back there to, hey, sell like this amount of farmland and send me the money. A lot of them have advanced degrees. So after a while, they're going to go back into advanced jobs. So right now, they may be doing menial stuff to get themselves kind of situated. But you can't compare them, okay? Every Uber driver is not the same. Every Black girl working at CVS is not the same. You see one Black American girl working at CVS, right? And then you see another Black girl with a Congolese accent, and they're the same, okay? And then 5 years you see the Congolese you say, oh, no, okay, what happened to you? This Congolese girl who was working next to you is now in Harvard. Did you check her background? The model minority myth was always used by the right wing to hide the targeting of Blacks in the United States, especially Black Americans. Okay? O'Shea Duke Jackson is full of shit. He knows that that is a myth. He knows that that's propaganda. Do I need to continue this video? No, I do not. Take care.